As we take a look over the top of Russ Gamester's cage, this is the CarQuest Cage Cam. Russ Gamester in the orange number 1. He will start this race with the inside 5th row starting position. He is the defending national champion. In the front row, her best start ever in one of these races, Bev Griffith starts on the pole alongside is Jim Keeker. In row 2, we have Mike Stryker and Stan Fox. In the 3rd row, Rich Vogler, the fast qualifier, Jeff Gordon. Row 4 is Mike Mason, a brand new Beast chassis. Don Jones starts alongside. In the 5th row, Russ Gamester and Dan Drinan. Row 6, Roy Carruthers, Bob Fry. In the 7th row, it's Dick Pohl and Dan Ford. Row 8, Stevie Reeves, Mel Kenyon. Then it's George Wilkins, Merrill Calvert, Wesley Holman, Brett Poole. We have a green start.
A 3 abreast, sometimes 4 abreast start. Always exciting here at Winchester, but they all get through clean. They're on the backstretch now, so it's a good start.
Into turn 3. Keeker in a car that has, there's a good inside the cage cam. That down the front straightaway into turn 1. And once again, this is Russ Gamester, the defending national champion. And there is a look at Gordon in the Diet Pepsi number 4. The sparks fly as he bottoms out coming through turn 4.
Gordon is amazing how fast he is. He makes it look so easy. He's just going away like no one else is here.
If you've just joined us, he set a world record in qualifying earlier this evening. And right now, he is going for his 4th straight win on ESPN Live on a Saturday night. The youngster, only 18 years of age. He's from Pittsburgh, Indiana. Been racing sprint cars since he was 13. We look back in the pack just a bit, and that's Keeker in 6th. And there goes Vogler to the inside, but he has a long ways to go to catch this driver right here. A shot down the front straightaway. Look at the gap between 1st and 2nd.
Well, Vogler made one pass now. He has to get by Keeker before he has an open track. Keeker's running pretty good, but Vogler has the inside line handled right here on this pass. He's gone.
We go back to the Russ Gamester mount as he has a gaggle of cars out in front of him, including Don Jones in that black and white number 51 down the straightaway. See how close he gets to the outside wall here. They go, whoa, look at Jones get sideways in front of him.
Yeah, he almost ran in the back of the car in front. He had the brakes locked up. Didn't seem to hurt Gamester, but he didn't make a lot of time up. You know, you would think he had made 3 or 4 car lengths up in that deal.
You see a car do that in front of you at this speed, it puts your stomach up in your heart.
Well, you have no reaction time here. The closing speed is so great that it's frightening. That's a heck of a ride you're taking right now in a midget car around Winchester. These cars are going faster than ever before.
Down the backstretch into 34-degree banking. That is higher than Daytona. It is higher than Talladega. And there is the Beast chassis, the Diet Pepsi number 4. Raleigh Helmling owns this car out of Vincennes, Indiana. They took it up to the Bob E shop this week and had some machine work done to the front suspension. It obviously paid off.
It looks like he just blew up. Yeah, he's pulled down the backstretch. He's all done. He was going away to win this race, and he's all done.
A problem with the leader. And there is Jeff Gordon. He will not win his 4th in a row as he is coasting to the infield. He is out of this race.
That puts Rich Vogler ahead with almost a straightaway lead already.
Vogler drives a new white Vogler Craft entry, the Jonathan Bird Pepsi Bryant car, a 5-time USAC Midget champion, the only driver in USAC history to win both a midget and sprint car title in the same season, and that makes for a lot of racing, Steve.
It makes a lot of racing, but it also makes you very busy. You don't realize how much traveling is required to do both of those series.
Of course, he has his own plane, a twin prop that he flies himself around the country, and here's a good battle back in the pack. That is Stan Fox in number 9.
Mike Stryker in the 8th car, putting in a real good battle.
And there is Bev Griffiths in number 15. We saw Bev win a midget race at the Indianapolis Speedrome a few years ago.
Here's Keeker, and he's the 4th car in that pack. But it looks like it's going to be a tough race here between Stryker and Stan Fox.
A good battle as Fox looks to the inside. He was victorious on the mile at Phoenix back in February in the Copper Classic, and he ducks to the inside and goes by Mike Stryker. And here comes Bev. She takes a look to the inside.
Stryker must be slowing down a little bit. He was holding his own spot real good. Now everyone seems to be on him real close.
Now Keeker takes a look to the inside of Bev Griffiths. Keeker in that yellow car, that Pontiac, being tooled now by Glenn Nivel. And oh, Bev gets sideways right in front of him and slides off the race course. That was very, very close.
That was a very good job by Keeker to miss that spin because he was close enough when she spun. If he hadn't
stage of the #1 car, defending national champion Russ Gamester. We are ready to go back to racing. The green flag should fly this time down the front straightaway. There it is, 14 laps complete. We go to work on lap 15. And we have Stan Fox out in front in that white #9, right behind the white and red #8 of Mike Stryker. A pair of beast chassis down the backstretch into turn 3.
He's not really pulling away from Mike. Mike's staying right with him. But Keeger made a nice move to get up to third right there.
And look how rough the track is. Look at the helmet bounce around in the cockpit, and he just got passed by Roy Carruthers. Roy Carruthers moves up to 5th, and Russ Gamester drops to 6th. Oh, a great shot down the front straightaway. A nice crowd here on this hot night in Winchester, Indiana. And Carruthers gets sideways in turn 1.
Well, you know, these cars, a lot of them don't have a double master cylinder, and without being able to make the front brakes and the rear brakes operate separately, they get too much rear brake on these cars. A dirt car always has more rear brake, it seems, and most of these cars are dirt. Boy, there was a sideways right there.
How disconcerting is it to run up behind somebody and see those sparks?
Well, the sparks really don't bother you because I don't know about that at night here because, I mean, I haven't run here at night, but I wouldn't think that would bother you as long as the car is going straight.
Oh, we see Bob Fry move into that yellow #20, so we have 4 cars right together, nose to tail down the backstretch, and Fry takes a look to the inside. Whoa! Keeger put a slide job quite inadvertently on the competition there.
He did a slide job, but it wasn't a chop job. He was sliding but going forward at the same time. It wasn't like he cut his line off. He just took it away.
Well, Gamester looks like he's trying several different lines there, and now we go back to the CarQuest cage cam looking over the top.
Look how that's Danny Dryden, I think, and yeah.
In 33.
In 33. And look how his car is moving around. Even on the straightaway, the car is moving back and forth. There's a move down to the inside. We'll see if he gets by or he comes back on the right side.
A great 5-car battle with 10 laps to go, and there to the inside goes Bob Fry.
That's where you have to pass here, is on the inside, because if you get on the outside, if a guy moves up, you're in the fence and you're in big trouble.
Well, as we get toward the end of this 30-lap main event, it's a half straightaway margin now between Stan Fox, your leader, and Mike Stryker riding in second position. That red, white, and green #61 is 7-time USAC Midget champion Mel Kenyon. He moves into the fray.
33 is Dryden, and 61 is Mel Kenyon. Dryden looks like he's running real loose, and that's why these guys are getting by him. That's why his car's wiggling.
Oh, hang on. That's Mike Mason in the brand new beast he just picked up yesterday. First time on the racetrack, and he was ecstatic. He qualified so well this evening.
I bet he's ecstatic right then also, but a different way.
A farmer from neighboring Ohio, and he's having a great time out here tonight. But the tires are starting to go away now.
Well, they've been running them hard enough, and to run hard in a midget here, most times you have to run a little loose to be that fast, and the tires do give up in 30 laps.
Mike Mason, once again with that brand new car he just picked up yesterday, and he goes in a little low and a little hot.
Well, he goes in a little low, and down here in the first turn, when you turn in low, you always seem to get loose, but he goes across the grass and saves it.
And there is Mel Kenyon on the high side, and he now is trying to overhaul Mason. He does that and sets sail for Bob Fry.
He's got a 3-car battle, though. He has to be careful where he is, because Mike Mason will jump right underneath of him and get by both of them.
He looks to the inside. He gets a little squirrely there. Tries to hold that inside line. Can't do it. Tucks up behind Bob Fry into turn 1.
He'll have to work hard to get by Fry, because Fry is running real smooth and consistent.
Well, Fry is a master at these high bank tracks as we go back to the head of the pack. And there is Stan Fox, of course, a veteran of the Indianapolis 500, was ecstatic to be in the race, but didn't last too long as we go back in the pack. And there is
that's car 5. That's Roy Carruthers.
Car driven by Roy Carruthers. The white flag is out. The final lap for Stan Fox. Jim Keeger is right behind him as we take a look at that battle into the first corner. The final circuit for your leader. And there is Fox into turn 3, into turn 4, and here is the checkered flag for Stan Fox. Here is a great battle for second position. Well, you'll have to call that one, Chassie, because
that was too close to call. I'm not sure who got the spot out of that.
I know that Stanley won it, though.
Stanley definitely won it.